Welcome to Psychosocial Creation, where we create a social space to talk about psychology. Who, what, when, why do you need a peer? A peer! What is a peer? What is peer support? This video is going to cover what is a peer, what does it mean to have a peer, what is peer support, how to become a peer, and let's get it started. Merriam-Webster describes a peer to be one belonging to the same societal group, especially based on age, grade, or status. What is my background as a peer? What
Have I been a peer?
I'm definitely a peer. I currently am a peer case manager for a community-based nonprofit organization at a research institute. And I currently am doing research on Black men who have sex with men who are HIV positive. And the goal of the research study is to have a 3-month peer case management intervention to link them into care.
The goal is to get to zero, down to zero HIV transmission.
I've also been a peer leader for support groups. Having one-on-one experience as a peer and as a peer fluid sexuality, a peer-led fluid sexuality group facilitator at the LGBT Resource Center.
Why should you use a peer? Why should you use a peer?
A peer provides mental health support. A peer support draws from their own experience to provide helpful evidence and support. A peer uses life experiences to draw solutions such as coming out, such as having a stressful environment and how to deal with that, family issues, relationship goals or issues. Having gone through my own experiences, I am able to provide advice and give tips and tools and not make the same mistakes that I have. Although change is hard and everyone likes to make their own ways and routes to learning, like leading a horse to water, but as long as you led the horse to water, you've done your part, right? So you can provide all of these mental health tools and resources and advice and tips, but at the end of the day, they will take it if they want to, or they'll take it, it'll be in their unconscious mind, and then later on it will sprout up whenever that change occurs or whenever they feels best to address that change. So everyone has their own timeline in which change actually occurs. Therefore, having that peer support to provide that little nudge, like don't go that way or
Go this way.
just providing that evidential support from our own life experiences. And I've provided a lot of coming out experiences and how each individual experience is different. And I think the most important part is why you're doing it. Why do you feel as if you need to come out? And so I work through those ways in which they feel as if they need to, or why do they feel as if they need to, or what circumstances and situations will arise if they do come out, and stuff like that. So being a peer mentor and drawing life experiences from my own and shedding light to others so they can possibly have better insight in the process and learning from another person. All of the knowledge that I have at this moment as a peer, I acknowledge that this was all knowledge that
Didn't belong to me.
therefore, my goal is to spread knowledge and increase knowledge because this knowledge isn't mine to have. So always spreading knowledge, sharing knowledge, and learning together because we can all learn together as one. Using a peer's holistic approach because you are not seeing a clinician, you aren't seeing a trained specialist, you are seeing a peer.
P-E-E-R.
Peer. And with a peer, you kind of have a level of sense that they aren't going to judge you clinically, they aren't going to diagnose you, they look like you. Identity and representation is extremely important in building that relationship, especially being unbiased and neutral and having a mutual understanding without the clinical and diagnoses and mental health stigma that mental health has. Being a peer, having a peer, and seeking out a peer is very important in one's transitional and life issues that one goes through. That is all a normal part of life. I've learned to support another peer, the understanding of being a queer body in a heteronormative space, and how to navigate through that, and navigating one's identity in institutions such as medical school or even in the workplace. So navigating one's identity, ways in which to come out or ways in which you shouldn't come out, or finding a supportive network and establishing that and honing that network so you can fall back upon if
all things go bad.
so just understanding and developing a
backpack
full of support that you can always have with you. Greatest thing about having a peer is it's easier to find peers that look like you or can identify with you, that aren't licensed or that aren't clinicians, that aren't
In it for the money.
and actually in it to help. And so building a relationship with a peer is vital to having a great relationship where we can help with each other mutually. So to give you evidence, according to the SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration provides a lot of great resources into how to become a peer and to how to support others and be that supportive role. So advocating for people in their recovery, sharing resources and building skills, building community and relationships. Another issue that I wanted to bring up about peer support is the lack of respect or the lack of, the lack of respect. Research has shown that while most were satisfied with their workplaces, the majority report low pay and limited career growth. So the idea that they're satisfied with their workplace, but there's limited career growth, which means low pay, but research has shown that they are extremely vital to one's mental health and the supportive network and system that they need to help and to heal and to recover. I've talked to a lot of peers in my network and they have reported that they have low pay, but they're satisfied with the workplace. It's just the lack of growth. So there definitely needs to be a reassessment about the ideas of what does peer support mean to the company. My strategies as a peer support is to identify what areas of their life needs to be helped with or what areas of their life needs to be supported in. We all have areas in our life that we need to grow or work on or better ourselves in. As a peer supporter, I always see what is something that they would like to change or do better or think positively about. And so as a peer supporter myself, I tend to focus on one's identity, what it means to be one's authentic self and what it means to be positive and look at their life in a positive light. And as a peer supporter, I seek to provide support to those who are going through a rough time, who need just an extra little advice or some push. My main goal for being a peer supporter is creating a level of empathy and also a neutral, unbiased ground where we're able to share experiences, a safe space to talk about our life and breaking it down and how our life experiences can develop solutions. Be sure to check out my past 2 videos about the introduction to psychosocial creation, where we create a social space to talk about psychology, and we create videos every Thursday. So tune in next Thursday. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. We'll see you next Thursday.